Today, we're going to go over something that I know a lot of you have actually requested in the past, and it's called ScanMyPhotos. So firstly, what we're going to be exploring together during the presentation, we're going to talk about what the application actually is, how you can access it online, the costs associated with using ScanMyPhotos, some benefits of using it to actually professionally digitize photos, and then also doing some comparisons with other platforms that act as alternatives for you to use. So a little bit about ScanMyPhotos. It's a website that began in 1990, and it started as a boutique retail photo center in Irvine, California. And it was originally named 30-Minute Photos, etc. And in particular, ScanMyPhotos is a professional digitization service for photos, film negatives, 35mm slide scanning, VHS video cassettes, home movies, and also photo restoration services as well. So there are lots of things that you can do with ScanMyPhotos. And there are a few different services that ScanMyPhotos actually offers. And this includes picture scanning to digitize photographs. You can also scan slides that you may have, digitizing home movie film and also film negatives, and also digitizing VHS tapes. So there are a few steps on how to actually use ScanMyPhotos and how it works. And firstly, you want to begin with the getting started step. This involves going to ScanMyPhotos.com, where you can order the photo scanning box. You then will have 6 months to send them your photos. And according to their website, the box can hold around 1,800 photos. And you can see here, we've included a photo of what that box will kind of look like. And here you can see that there are lots of photos stacked into the box and some baby pictures, which are really cute. So those are just some examples of different photos of family you may be sending to the company to digitize your photos. Then you will need to prepare to ship your photos. Importantly, photos must be removed from albums, sleeves, and should not have any sticky tape on them. And they should also be turned horizontally. So you can see here's a little image of what is correct versus incorrect. You want to make sure that they're all in one pile, turned horizontally, whereas having one vertically is incorrect. So you just have to rotate that photo, put it on the top of the pile, and they would be ready to send off. Also, make sure your bundle of photos has a paper label and then place the rubber band around the photos. And this just makes sure that everything stays together in one package and it stays organized. A reminder that only 100 to 150 photos should be included in each bundle, and the photos cannot be any thicker than an old style Polaroid picture. They do have a full kind of material for the guideline for preparing photos, which we can send in the chat, or you can click on the words here when you receive a copy of the presentation, and it will take you to a website that will tell you everything you need to know. But just a few kind of main things. Photos should be submitted right side up. Photos submitted upside down will be scanned and placed on the DVD upside down. And if they're actually faced down, like they're face down, then they're going to be scanned and placed on the DVD face down. And you can see that you actually won't see the photo at all. You'll just see the back of the photo. So make sure that this is what you're aiming for, to have it upright and on the right side. The next step is to actually ship the photos. So after you've grouped all of your pictures into labeled bundles, you can then put them into the box that was sent to you with your own packaging material around them to protect all of the media. Then you need to seal the box, make sure it's sealed nicely and it won't open, and then you can drop it to the post office. Once the scanning process has started, ScanMyPhotos will send an email to you to notify you of the progress. Now, you may be wondering what happens after your photos are scanned. And once the process is complete, you have two different pay options. You can get ScanMyPhotos to dispose of them for $32.95, or you can have them returned to you for $39.95. And I think most people do prefer this, just to keep those memories in paper form and to have kind of a backup copy as well. It's just $7 extra. So for me, I would recommend actually having them sent back to you if you want to keep the physical memory. Now we're going to talk about how you can access the site online, and you can do so by going to their website. And once you get there, you will see ScanMyPhotos' homepage. And we're also going to go over this briefly at the end of the presentation, but this is what it looks like. You can order a photo scanning package, slide scanning, negative scanning, or film/VHS transfer, and then it'll lead you through all the steps of the process. Now, it's also important to consider the cost, and they do have a pay per photo scan kind of option for you. And with this option, you get as many as you want, but you do have to get a minimum of $25 worth, and you do also have to pay for shipping as well. So this is one of the packages that they offer. There's also the option to pay for a photo scanning box, where you get around 1,800 photos. And the cheapest option for this is around $458, and it can go up to around $489. So this package is more costly. There's also something called the Family Generation Collection, which is an option where you get around 11,000 photos. And the cheapest option for this is about $2,000, and the most expensive one is closer to $2,230. And you can usually find discount codes online. So just be sure to search up like discount codes for the site ScanMyPhotos, and then you can try them out. Sometimes they don't work, sometimes they do, and it's nice to get a certain deal on it. So you can just type in those codes if you find them online before you purchase the package. So it's important to kind of consider the benefits of using ScanMyPhotos to digitize your photos. And something that's really great about this platform is that it's an affordable way to relive your past by professionally digitizing all of your cherished photos and memories, and that helps you to keep them forever. So really having something saved in the cloud is a way to keep it and make sure nothing ever happens to it, whereas a physical copy could get damaged. It could, say if there was a flood or a fire, that can compromise the photo. But if you have it online, it's much easier to ensure that it stays with you forever. But there are also some other platforms that compare that you may want to try out. For example, Forever Studios, which is a photo scanning service that can scan pictures, digitize 35mm slides, and also convert negatives to JPEG files. So it's very similar functionalities. And they do also enhance and restore old and damaged photos, which can be super helpful in certain cases. A few notes on how Forever Studios works. You first place your order and select the media type that you're interested in digitizing, and then enter the quantity and choose how you want to receive your photos and home movies back once they're done processing them. Then you send in your photos and tapes through the mail using their secure 3-way home ship kit. So it's also similar to other kind of services like this, as it gives you a box to kind of put all your photos in, and then you ship it to them. Next, you would receive and enjoy your newly digitized memories, which are preserved forever on your USB flash drive and or DVD set, which is also something lots of people enjoy having. You can then view, download, and share all of your new photos, MP4 videos, and MP3 audio files from your private Forever Cloud on any device. So it's great that you can really access it anywhere you are just by going online rather than having to carry the physical copy around with you. There's also something called Legacy Box, which is also a digitization company, and it converts recorded video and audio into digital formats that can be viewed on any sort of screen. For example, computers, tablets, phones, etc. And a few notes on how it works and the steps involved in using the platform. You want to pack up your memories, so you have to pack your Legacy Box kit with all of the analog media and then ship it to the address that they've indicated. They include a step-by-step welcome guide, safety barcodes for every item, and also a prepaid UPS shipping label. So for this one, the shipping is included with the cost of the service. Next, it's going to ensure that all of your media, whether it's photos or videos, are digitized with care. Their team has many professionals that will digitize every item by hand and will give you personalized updates provided at each step of the process and make sure that you're updated and you're in the loop with what's happening. Then you will be able to relive all of your memories, whether it's by laughing, crying, sharing with friends and family, or just taking a moment to reflect on everything that's happened throughout your life. And you're going to be able to do this once you receive all of your original media back and all of the perfectly preserved copies, which are located on the cloud, or maybe a thumb drive or labeled DVDs. You can then get your family together and get some popcorn and begin going down memory lane. So now there are just a few resources that I'd like to share with everybody that are really helpful with ScanMyPhotos. So firstly is the actual website that you can access the service from. You just have to type in ScanMyPhotos into any web browser and click enter, and you'll be taken to this page. And you can see the first thing you're going to see is the opportunity to order now based on whatever you want to get digitized. But if you scroll down, you can learn more through watching this video as to why you would want to digitize your pictures. You can learn about some of the things that other companies have been learning or feeling about the site. So you can look through some news and reviews. And there are lots of other resources that you can just look through. Next, there's also a review of the best photo scanning services of 2023. And you can read through this article. Lots of interesting perspectives. You can also find some other services such as Scan Digital, some of the ratings. There's also one called Ever Present. And there's also lots of different reasons why you would use each service. So it's about finding the one that's best for you by seeing what they include, maybe comparing the prices, looking through the reviews. So you can take a look at this article. And it's always a great idea to kind of look through other people's opinions of the product, just to make sure that whatever you're getting is something that other people have had positive experiences with. And then here's a Forbes article about ScanMyPhotos. And it is from quite a few years ago, almost 10 years ago now, but it still kind of just shows how they've still been digitizing photos for so long. They're still working with lots of customers. And this is kind of just some personal opinions about ScanMyPhotos. You can read through some more information. That does conclude our presentation for today. We want to thank you so much for listening and joining in. And as always, if you'd like to learn this lesson with a Cyber Seniors mentor, please go to our website or call the phone number to register for a one-on-one phone session. And we do also host weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays, and everybody is always more than welcome to join in.